Hi, everyone. It's Sandra Says here with you again. Can you believe it? We are already in August. My favorite month is over. July is gone. And as you know, it's my favorite month because I celebrate my birthday, July 31st. And it was a great birthday, even with all the pandemic and the social distancing that had to be done. So thank you for all the birthday wishes and, the text messages, DMs, and all of that. So we are in August. And for this month, what I wanted to do is highlight Black-owned businesses. August is actually Black-owned Business Month. So throughout the month, I'm going to be highlighting Black-owned businesses, Black creatives, and just also offering some tips as well to Black-owned businesses. So take this month, 31 days, 31 ways, find a way to support Black-owned businesses, whether it's by going out to Black-owned restaurants and doing takeout, if they're having outdoor seating, if it's for your hair care, your skin care. One of my friends said, as far as when it comes to candles and body care, that is one of the easiest ways to support a Black-owned business because there are so many Black-owned skincare and candle companies available that you can try one every month. So that's something that you can do as well, is really look into supporting a Black-owned business. And just because it is a Black-owned business does not mean it only serves Black people. Some do, but there is an opportunity if you are not Black to support Black-owned businesses. So definitely do your due diligence as far as supporting Black-owned businesses. Through Blackout Tuesday and other initiatives, even with the uprisings that's been happening, searches on Google are up. I believe it said like 7,000% as far as the searches for Black-owned businesses. So people are actually searching now more intuitively for Black-owned businesses. They're being real specific with their dollars. So if you are a Black-owned business, this is a good time for you as well, because there are more eyes that are looking for your services and that are looking for you. So it's definitely something that you want to be prepared for. And so that is something that I wanted to also talk about in this video, is some tips for Black-owned businesses. So I do digital marketing, I do social media. That's my wheelhouse. I do all of that content creation, helping business owners, brands with their digital properties. So if you're creating an email newsletter, if you need to create content, if you need to do an audit of some sort, I kind of come in and help you with that. So whether I'm working in-house, say for, a bigger company, or whether I'm doing my consultant work, that's the type of work that I do. So for the month of August, because I know a lot of Black-owned businesses are going to have even more people reaching out to them and, trying to solicit their services, I wanted to offer some digital marketing and social media tips for, various business owners who are now likely going to be inundated. So I made sure I took my notes. Like, I'm a paper to pen type of gal. So I definitely, just wrote down 5 little things that you should be doing if you aren't already doing it, and things you may want to look into if you're not. And even if you are doing them, sometimes it just takes a reminder to say, hey, let me go back and see how all those things are going. So hopefully these tips will help you. If you know a Black-owned business owner or brand, feel free to share this video with them. As always, like, subscribe, share, do what you need to do. So first off, what I want to say is make sure that you do a website and a social media audit. You want to make sure that your digital properties are up to date. As I said, Google has reported an abundance of inquiries for Black-owned businesses. So Black-owned movie theater, Black-owned hair salon, Black-owned nail shop. Even for myself, I went to my very first Black-owned nail shop recently, which is strange, but for me, in doing my search and being a part of various groups, I was able to find it. And so you have to think of yourself as a customer. If a customer is looking for me and they come to my website and it says the last time it was updated was 2003, is that information up to date? If I call that telephone number, is it up to date? Is the website user friendly? And be mindful that a lot of people, when they're doing their search via mobile. So is your website mobile friendly? So that's something to consider. So definitely do a website and a social media audit, and make sure that as people are searching for you, that you are, when they come to the website, when they go to the Facebook page, if they go to the Instagram page, that is up to date. There's pictures that they can find. The pricing information is there. The contact email is there. If you have multiple links, you're using some type of multi-link for Instagram, you're using Linktree or link in bio. On your Facebook page, there's an About Us section where they can go and they look. Your website, all that information is readily available, and no one has to really like search. It should be easy as 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's the telephone number. Here's the contact for them to email. So that's something that you want to make sure that your website and your social media, that they function and that they're very user friendly, especially with people doing more searches and they're looking for different types of businesses that are Black owned. So you want to make sure. And on your website, you may want to say that you are Black owned. In the midst of all of this, what we're seeing is a lot of companies that people thought were Black owned. You know, some companies are Black facing and not Black owned. So if you are comfortable, some people are not, they don't want to be the face of their brand, but you may want to indicate that you are Black owned. So whether that's in your About Us section, if that's in, you know, if you create, say, a logo, I know if you're on Yelp, they have like a Black owned Yelp tag. If you're on, you know, maybe your Chamber of Commerce, they may have that. And if you are, you know, a minority small owned business, like that, your small business association probably has something that you can put on your website as well. So you definitely want to indicate if you are a minority woman or Black owned business on your social media, on your website, because this is something that people are actively looking for, and you don't want to have them search too much for it. Also, number 2, also one more thing. If you don't have a website, you should definitely get one. Even if for the beginning you just use something as simple as Shopify or Wix, you should definitely have a website available, because that legitimizes your business. Social media is not yours. You do not own social media. You do not own Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit. That is not yours. So your website is yours. You know, your email list is yours. So you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket and then you can't take those people with you somewhere else. So you should definitely have a website for yourself. And if you don't have a website, my number 2 is an email list. So if the website thing is something that you're working on, you should always have an email list, whether you do it on a small scale by doing Google Sheets or Excel and you're just putting it in manually. Or if you're just doing it something more automated where you're doing MailChimp, Constant Contact, something like that, you should definitely have an email list for your business, because Instagram goes down, what are you going to do? How are you going to get in contact with your people? Facebook goes down, what are you going to do? You know, so think about that. Like, how do I get in touch with my customers? Or are they the only ones seeking me out, or am I seeking them out? And especially, like, as I mentioned, a lot of people are searching for Black owned businesses. So they are readily to add themselves to your newsletter. And it's not something where you need to email them every day, but once a month, every other week, you're sending some type of email to them, what promotions you have going. So definitely, if you haven't done it, get your email list together. If you do have an email list, you might want to start looking through it. If you haven't sent something in a while, you may want to. There's opportunities to send out emails. Email is a great way because people are offering themselves to you. They're voluntarily subscribing to your newsletter for different things. And so you definitely want to have an email newsletter because it's something that you own. And there are a lot of things out there that you can use for your emails, whether it's Constant Contact, like I mentioned, MailChimp, Mad Mimi, you know, a quick Google search can definitely help you. There are enough articles out there for you to figure out what is a good one for you to utilize for the scale of your business and what you need to do. And even if you are, say, more doing a side hustle, I would say, you know, some people are side hustles, some people are full-on entrepreneur business. You do want to have an email list because you want to make sure that you can get in touch with people. It's not just them getting in touch with you and you have no way to get back in touch with them, especially when you're doing things where you need to do confirmation emails and tracking numbers. Definitely have an email list so you have something to track. That is easier. A lot of this manual stuff that's going on, you can definitely automate it. So get yourself an email list. Number 3, ask for reviews. Once again, people are searching for Black-owned businesses. They're using the top search engines to look for things. They're using Google. They might be in a Facebook group. They might be, Twitter, using a specific hashtag. You need to factor in the user journey. We talk about the funnel of how people do things in my world. So as people are searching for you, it's not that first time that they search that they're going to make a purchase or book a consultation with you. They need to see some repetition. So you need to ask people to leave you reviews. So that way, if the customer goes to your website, they see you, they're not too sure. They might go to your Facebook page and they might see 2 reviews. Okay, 2 decent reviews. Then they go to Yelp. Okay, the Yelp reviews are better than the Facebook reviews. And then as they go to Google, they see you got 25 good Google reviews. That helps them make a more informed decision. So definitely ask past clients, people who utilize your services, to leave you reviews, and pick 1 or 2 of your best places where your customers are, so that way they can leave you a review. So Google. If you're in food, definitely Yelp is where you want to do. And even if you're not in food, I've definitely seen other types of businesses utilize Yelp as a form of reviews. Even if you're in a lot of, I've definitely seen a boom in the Facebook group. So if you're in a Facebook group, whether it's a Black-owned Facebook group, or, it's a Reddit, a subreddit, you want to make sure that you're asking people to leave reviews. And when people do leave those reviews, which you should do, bonus tip, hey, I see you left the review. Can I use this review somewhere else? So whether you then take that review that they posted on another website and you repost it, say on your website, you put it on your Google My Business page, you do it on something else, that's something you should definitely look into when it comes to getting those reviews. It builds trust. It lets people know that real people are utilizing your business. Number 4, I told you it's only 5 tips. So write it down, save the video. We're not going to do a lot. And these are just some basic high-end things that you can do. If you need some more in-depth type of things, definitely reach out to me and I can, we can work on what you need to do when it comes to your digital properties and how to really take it to the next level. So number 4, in the same vein of reviews, is your user-generated content. You want to make sure that when your customer utilizes your service and they take a picture, you say, hey, thank you so much for posting. Can I use this? Or you have something that says either on your website, or even on your social media, a periodical reminder, hey, if you tag us in a post, that authorizes us to repost it. User-generated content is something that is that authenticity that people like, is that kind of like that behind the scenes. So you want to make sure that you put some of that content out there that, hey, this hair care line that I have, here's some pictures of customers doing it. Here's a tutorial of someone utilizing my makeup. Here's a review video that someone else has made. You want to share that as well, because of course people want to hear from you, the business owner, but they also want to hear from the people that use it. It's that authenticity. And especially if you're a Black-owned business, sometimes people have, unfortunately, misconceived notions. They have a bad taste in their mouth from previous businesses. So you want to show them, hey, people use my stuff and it's legitimate. They like it, they love it, and they like it so much that they want to rave about it. So that user-generated content you want to be mindful of. So whether you ask people to use a specific hashtag when they're posting product reviews, whether you ask them to tag you, however you want to go about it, but you want to make sure that you also share that content. Bonus tip, pick a specific day during the week where you reshare that content, or a specific once a month you reshare, every 15th, every first you reshare. So that way you give yourself some longevity when it comes to creating content for your digital platforms. Once a month you gather everything, you send out an email. Here are our top 5. People love seeing themselves. We are in that society where we love seeing ourselves on different blogs and in emails. We love pictures of ourselves. It is what it is. Get hip to it. So you want to make sure that you're offering your customers, hey, I'm sending you out to my email list, but of course, remember your privacy policies, and you're letting people know that, hey, if you tag us, if you use the specific hashtag, that lets us know we can reuse the picture or the video that you sent us. And number 5, told you, only 5. There were a few bonuses in there, but number 5 is that you want to make sure your digital footprint is everywhere. We are in a social media world. We're in a digital world. So whether you're making a flyer, whether you're putting an insert to mail out your candles, you have t-shirts that you're giving out for every 5th purchase. Make sure your website's on there. Make sure your Instagram handle is on there. Make sure your hashtag is on there. That way, it's that repetition. People need to see things over and over again before they make a purchase. You want to be at the top of mind. So be mindful of that. So whatever you're making, whatever you're doing, you want to make sure that your digital footprint, your digital fingerprint is on it, that your name is on there. Even if you're making t-shirts, nothing like, when it comes to clothing, of course, you have to be a little careful because you don't want to be so gaudy or over the top. But, even something as simple, maybe on the sleeve or something, or when you mail out that shirt to somebody, the insert in the packaging, it has your, thank you for purchasing from us. Take a picture and tag us on Facebook and Instagram. Here's our Instagram page. Go to our website and leave a review. You want to make sure that everything that you put out has a digital footprint, because that's what people are then going to go look you up on Google. Like, oh, I saw that on someone's page. Let me go look them up. Oh, I remember they said, find us on Facebook. Let me go search them. Because as people are searching for you, it helps the various algorithms to bring you to the top. So that's something that you should be mindful of. As far as adding your digital footprint to whatever you're doing. You're doing mailers, you're doing shirts, you're doing candles, the sticker at the bottom, of course it needs to be aesthetically pleasing, but people need to know, hey, at least there's a website, at least there's a QR code that if I do it, I can find out more about this business if I'm not a customer. And one bonus, I know I said 5, but one more bonus. Definitely get a Google My Business for your business. Google is the top. And of course, you have your Bing and your other search engines, but a Google My Business for your business is definitely important. And that's something that you can utilize to attract more people to your business. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Like I said, August is Black-owned business month. Definitely take the time and find Black-owned businesses. Go the extra step if there aren't a lot of Black-owned businesses in your area, or go online, whether you're using social media or doing a search to find Black-owned businesses. The more we support businesses, we help that dollar to circulate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. My name is Sandra of Sandra Says. And throughout the month, as I mentioned, I'll be sharing some tips. I'll be sharing some Black-owned business owners as well. So stay tuned, subscribe, and hope you guys have a great day.